I would love to know why Margaret feels that she needs to pour things on me, throw things at me, yell at me, talk about my past as if she was a part of it, get involved with my marriage, get involved with my relationships. She's affected my life in a very bad way, and all I did was help her fit into the group in the beginning. From where I'm standing, she owes me not only a big apology, but she should give me a lot of gratitude. So when it escalated to her pouring water over me, I really just didn't expect it, but I should always expect the unexpected with Margaret. And thank God it was water, because it might have hit a different trigger if it were anything else, because I do believe I told her, honey, don't want to throw red wine on this because you cannot afford it. A very expensive outfit, head to toe. And I have beautiful curly hair, so it didn't bother me at all. Just made my hair look even better. I decided that if she was going to basically shit all over me again, last time was red wine, how far am I gonna let this go without a pushback? No more. I was gonna take something that she really loved, and I wasn't sure what I was gonna do with it. And so I decided that I would pour her bag into a candle. And it made me feel happy. I felt happy. Everyone was in shock, and I'm like, oh, that shocks you? All of them collectively really are just the most disgusting, vile people ever. Like, I would never be around a group like that again. And you know what? They should be very careful. I do hold secrets of theirs of my own. For a long time, I've held those secrets. You never know when it's gonna blow. Just never know. Hell, it could happen today. I don't know.
After dumping Margaret's stuff into the candle wax, you did say out loud that you were even. So then what made you kind of decide?
Did I say that? Even. Oh, I was lying then. I don't tell lies, but I might have just been like, oh yeah, that felt good, I feel better now. And I think where you're going with this, you're gonna ask me about what happened next. I just can't help myself anymore, I really can't. Don't you ever. Oh my God! I feel like she should have been taught that lesson a long time ago. She crosses every boundary of mine, every line. Every line, every boundary. And you know how many people have asked me why I haven't done anything to her sooner? And not just asked me, like been adamant about it, almost mad at me about it, that I haven't. I said, it's just not in me, not in me. But I guess, you know, you poke at somebody long enough. Well, I was backed into a corner and I was done.
So no regrets?
I'm done with her. Regrets? Hell no. My only regret is not doing it sooner. She can stretch that neck all she wants to make it hide all those wrinkles, but I think she told me I have a really dark soul one time. I'm not sure if that's racist or not, but I do know that it's more about her than it is me, because my soul's pretty clean and pretty good.
How bittersweet was it trying on prom dresses with Gia?
I was excited for her. I really was. I guess because, you know what, we've been through a lot. I always look forward to, like, happy moments. I'm not like, I want to keep her a baby. No, I'm, like, happy for her. Like, everything, I guess, that I didn't get to do, I want her to do, and I want her to experience.
So we see you and Joe have some tense phone conversations this season, one being when you're going to get the prom dress.
You got nothing to do. All you do is go shopping and you spend money.
Oh, my God. Joe, we're dress shopping, okay?
Your mother's like Robin Hood. She takes from her husband and spends it all in the stores.
He was, like, going through a lot in there, which I guess it gets to you after a while. So he wasn't telling us all this, and he was going through a lot in there, which I'm sure, you know, he was, and I get it.
It takes a toll.
You know what? You want me to say it now, all right? You and the stupid prenup that you keep bringing up. I didn't want to get married, all right?
Oh, so that, okay, okay. It was just like, I can't believe he said that in front of Gia.
It's mean.
Yeah, it's just mean.
Did he know he was on speaker?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter even.
Yeah.
No, of course
You know,
it's like a nice time. It's supposed to be the most important time. Buying your daughter's prom dress is a very special experience for a mom and a daughter, especially Gia. And here you go. Like, he's got to come and f***ing ruin it. Like a monkey wrench.
So you have a prenup or you don't?
She
Yeah,
does.
yeah, I signed the prenup.
Oh, okay.
Good
I
for
signed
you,
the prenup.
Teresa.
Yeah, I remember that.
How's he gonna like that f***ing prenup now?
Yeah, I signed a prenup.
I hope it says you leave where you came with, because that means he's
I'm sure he's kicking himself now.
Jacqueline the reader recently called you out for pulling Margaret's hair when
Did
you
she
once...
call me out?
On Twitter, I believe.
Yeah. Is that really a call out?
You complained for how many years about someone pulling your hair out of your head at a country club when Jacqueline Larita's daughter did that to her. Leave her, Ashley! Leave her alone! Who do you stop? Stop it! Who do you think you are? Leave her alone! Love and light! Leave her alone! We did not hear the end of that for how many years in the press, here, there. It was devastating. It ruined her life. And then she came and did it right back.
Jacqueline can use any excuse she wants to talk about me, but the fact still remains that I had my hair that's connected to these beads in my extensions, at least 5 of those extensions, which is a handful of hair, pulled completely from my scalp. Had 4 stitches in my scalp as a result of it. My head hit the pavement as a result of it. I have 6 herniated discs, 3 of which happened that night as a result of it.
Hypocrisy at its finest.
Yes, right from behind, and it was a really violent attack.
If Margaret wants to go toe-to-toe with me about that being the same thing as a clip-in ponytail and her holding onto my arm and running along because I wouldn't let go of the ponytail, she was holding onto my arm. I didn't have that chance. So it's a big difference. Jacqueline should really shut up and sit down. She should probably pay more attention to what's going on in her life instead of me. So if she doesn't think that Ashlee deserved to be punished, she did. She hurt me. I have medical bills to prove it, and I also do not have any regrets about either one of them. But Margaret is the one that brought Jacqueline into this. Let's face it. Jacqueline wouldn't have gotten involved if it weren't for Margaret. The better thing for her to do is just to stay away from my life, you know, and I should have done something sooner, but I didn't. But I guarantee if she comes for me again, it's not gonna get any better.
Danielle says that you're the reason she and Marty got a divorce.
I know.
Why would you say that?
She can't take responsibility for anything. I mean, do you believe that? That is actually comical.
I mean, the reason.
No.
I mean,
No.
listen, nobody could. Yeah, I'm sure they had issues, but listen,
Danielle was
I'm
really into
sure
Marty.
Margaret was dabbling in it. I don't know, or
He was in their house
Right.
looking for, you know, like somebody to
Advise
coddle
and-
him.
yeah.
And when he's sitting there telling these things to these people, they're like, oh, yeah, and they go along with him, which is what 99% of people do.
Because if he's going over there to vent,
Especially when they were talking about somebody that Margaret viscerally hates by now.
I was around when you were actually trying to tell her, like, your behavior's spiraling, like you need to do this right, you're doing this wrong. And there was one point where you were losing it with her, but you still tried to coach her through it as a friend. She just was unraveling, and that was it.
Quite frankly, we were working through having an annulment, and she sent her divorce attorney to Marty. That's how Margaret gets in there, and that's how she ruined my marriage when we were trying to resolve things or do things peacefully.
But if somebody came and it's my enemy and I hate that person, I'm gonna be like,
dump the bitch. Dump the bitch.
she's a no good bitch.
You know, there might have been some encouragement there to.
Whose attorney did you use?
And she, you know, she referred an attorney, but
None of her business. We were doing things peacefully.
yeah, I mean, it was certainly their wishes, more so Margaret than Joe, but I'll say their wishes, that we had some problems.
When you're engaged 20 times, I think you lose the right to tell anyone their fault for your breakup.
Yeah.
At that point, no one's gonna believe you, ever.
Would there ever be a world in which you guys would ever marry each other again?
There's no nevers, but there's also, realistically, he and I are in 2 different places. If you're asking me, I would never say never.
I would probably say never, if you want me to give you an answer.
And again, that wasn't me hoping for it. It was just me saying, I don't think a never is a word anybody should use, but if you choose to use never, that's fine.
Yeah. But right now, I don't see that, you know, in the scheme of things. But you never say never.
Yeah, exactly.
guess, right?
That's what I was trying to say.
Jackie, you say that Jewish girls don't give blowjobs. Is that a real thing?
I think that is a thing. People do say that.
Jewish girls don't get blowjobs.
Really?
Yeah.
My husband lives on blowjobs too.
What?
I'm not exactly sure. I haven't kept track, but I don't think I've ever been with a Jewish girl then.
I think it's a joke that's out there. Like
Is
people
it?
say
Is that like a no?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
I didn't know
people
that.
say, I do
Yes.
know, listen, I do
You're
know
not
Jewish
Jewish.
girls that give blowjobs. I know plenty of Jewish girls that give blowjobs.
They don't swallow.
I
They don't
heard
swallow.
I mean, I don't even go down
No,
there. So.
Jewish girls don't swallow. That's a given.
Italian girls don't either, by the way.
Well, obviously Hungarian girls do.
Oh dear God.
Marge's girlfriends she has a lot of Jewish girlfriends. That is pretty much listening to what they have to say, a golden rule. Just do not do it. They don't do it. They don't consider it. They won't do it.
That's selfish.
Is that a thing?
I mean, who has time to run to the bathroom and
But
spit?
why?
I mean,
Why?
seriously,
Why?
I mean,
Why?
Jesus.
Why don't Jewish girls give blowjobs? I think it's just not like appealing. I mean, for me personally, I think it's freaking gross. And my husband spends half the day in the bathroom. I don't want to go down on him after that.
I don't know, Jackie. I'm very concerned about this.
I like Jackie, I can be honest
I
with
like
you.
Jackie,
All right,
she's
but-
great.
Yeah, okay, great.
I'm not married to her.
I was going to say, for sure, not as a sexual partner.
Not even on birthdays and holidays?
No.
Like when's the last time you did? Like how long
If I
ago?
didn't do that, I mean, there'd be big problems in my house.
No, tell the truth.
Big.
When's the last time? Like how long ago?
Yeah. It had been a while.
Wow. Wow. All I have to say is wow.
He's not deprived. I mean,
I'm not saying
we
he's
have
deprived. I
plenty
mean-
of sex.
That's selfish. But at the same time, but she don't even like him going down on her.
When's the last time he did something to me? Like, how about
There you
never?
go. That's
What do you
fair.
mean?
No, because I don't like it. I don't want it.
I don't know. You're not getting it done right.
Like
That's what I
never.
say.
Like if he wanted
You
to.
don't
be
need my
like, no.
puss right, you're out.
I don't think he'd even want to. I don't think we're both not really into that.
Do you feel bad for Evan in this situation?
Yeah, absolutely
Of course.
do.
You have
My
to.
God.
She's a great-looking girl, and you would think,
How'd they have so many kids?
I don't know, practice makes perfect.
Because you only practice in one thing.
Oh, that's right. So
All right?
your count's
Seriously.
really high.
All right, exactly. Oh my God.